Let's talk about sending emotional emails as leaders and how much fun that can be. Now, imagine most of us go through this, right? Either somebody sends us an email out of the blue, or pings us with a Slack or a DM of some kind. It's usually somebody from some other department that's upset about you, about something that you were supposed to do, or they're blaming you for. A lot of leadership life can get bottlenecked and stuck into the world of DMs and emails, and you can just end up getting into like straight up flame wars with people. The next time you want to send an emotional email, don't. I know it feels good, and you can take a lot of time to write it, and you can take a lot of time to think that you're writing it in a way that's not going to come across that wrong, but it always comes across harsher than it should. It always comes across as passive aggressive. It can take a 10-minute, what would have been a 10-minute fight over the phone, and it can turn it into a 10-hour over the weekend, through the night email exchange where you're just blasting each other back and forth. The next time you want to send an emotional email, call them. You'll be amazed when you call somebody, especially if it's a fellow leader, how much their guard will come down when you talk to them. But most of the time people don't call because these emails are going back and forth, and it seems like it's getting really fiery and angry and everything else, that people are afraid to just call and talk to each other. But in my experience, what I found is this. When you call them, first of all, it takes guts to do it. So good on you when you do. And when they pick up the phone, they'll know the guts that it took for you to call. So it almost diffuses the situation almost immediately. And now you've got two people on the phone. You remember are human beings, that you remember your colleagues, you remember that you're friends, and this war of words ends very quickly. And you'll find by doing it, people are much more empathetic, much more open to reason, much more open to discussing when you call. And the other thing that you'll find is that by you calling, they're going to know that it took guts for you to do that. And it's actually going to inspire them the next time this happens to call you themselves or to call someone else. And that's really how you can inspire, especially in like a virtual environment where we're constantly just doing things through message or email. Talking to people at the end of the day is always the best route.